like products that are available. So let us know what kind of products you'd like from the comic solving problem team.
Not that sort of products. All right, dirty buggers.
Right.
Next problem. What you got for us?
It feels more like a Thursday than a Tuesday. Here's a problem, Steve. Is Trump tired of losing yet? He talked a lot about being tired of winning, but I think he's starting to, maybe he's losing a lot. Partly because we've had the recounts in Georgia had 3 recounts. He lost every single one. Wisconsin, he paid $3 million for a recount of 2 areas, lost that. He actually gained votes for Biden. And now the states are starting to do what they do, certify their elections, which means it makes the results official, and then it progresses from there. And this is what happened in Arizona yesterday.
The votes have been tabulated. All 15 counties have certified their results.
Yes, that is the governor of Arizona, a Republican, certifying officially that Donald Trump has lost that state. It's very difficult for him to overturn. Now things will move on as the rest of the states finish certifying to the 14th of December, when the Electoral College actually votes and Joe Biden becomes, one step closer to being president and sworn in on the 20th of January.
Very delicate step, though.
Yeah, it's very delicate. He's going to have the big boot on, and Major is definitely in the doghouse. But something very subtle happened when the governor signed that document to certify it. Listen here. If you couldn't hear that, that was the song Hail to the Chief, which is closely associated with the President of the United States, that was ringing just as the governor was about to sign the documents to officially certify the election. So it's kind of like, oh, what's the significance of that ringtone? That could just be his ringtone. There's a little bit more behind it, as we learned here.
I had to change the ringtone on my phone, and it rings Hail to the Chief, because I didn't want to miss another phone call directly from the White House.
So just as he was about to sign the fact that Arizona, a conservative state signed by a conservative government, was about to say that Donald Trump had lost, Donald Trump was ringing and be like, sweetheart, I thought you would never not take my call. He was totally ghosting the President of the United States. It's incredible, right? So that's it. I mean, it's pretty much over. I mean, they can have their court cases. They can, even Attorney General, this was just breaking, Bill Barr has said there was no fraud in this election. If that's all happening, and if there's just no way for Trump to win anymore, why am I still getting daily emails from the Trump campaign? This was the one I got today, Steve. Eric, I emailed you. Oh. My sons, Don and Eric, both emailed you. Oh. Laura emailed you. Newt Gingrich emailed you. Mike Lindell emailed you. And nobody knew, I don't know who that is. Basically, your name is still missing. Sorry, Trump. You're starting to sound a little bit needy there. You have to think, why, when it's obvious that they're not winning anymore, that they can't win, why are they still sending daily emails like this? Like 4 or 5 a day, asking for money. It's basically what he's doing. Like, why? It doesn't make any sense. And then this story was in the New York Times today. They've made $170 million since the election.
Wow.
Just over 3 weeks. 1 month, actually. Yeah, 1 month today, this week. $170 million. And most of that's gone to a special PAC, they call Political Action Committee, where the money doesn't have to even be spent on the recounts. It's just raking it in.
I feel like someone needs to make a version of The Producers where Donald Trump realizes, like, he is Max Bialystok. He's that character who realizes you can actually make more money if you lose at being president.
That's what he tried to do the first time, and he accidentally won. That's basically what happened. So listen.
Yeah, that's the end of The Producers, isn't it?
I have a message. I know I don't always, I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't always speak on behalf of Trump supporters. But listen, Trump supporters, I've got something that I want you to do. It's what we should all do. And it's this. Just don't take the call. You'll save yourself literally millions of dollars.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Wowzers. Well, do you know what? Don't send your money to Donald Trump. If only there was some other place that you could send money to help out two people who have very little work and for some reason are still doing these streaming shows after we started them in April, did we?
March? No, April. Yeah.
Oh. So yeah, just saying.
You're supposed to say you enjoyed it, Steve. We love what we're doing.
Think about how many hours of content we've made now. No wonder YouTube gets upset at us.
This is Series 2, Episode 29.
Oh.
So there we go. That doesn't even count all the special episodes we did in the summer.
Yeah,
I think.
Truth.
So there we go.
Some of those coming for Christmas.
Don't
as well.
give your money to Donald Trump. Give your money to where it really counts. Some people who will waste it, but tell you they're wasting it.
Yeah.
That's
We're
what
not going to waste it. What's the current goal on our Ko-fi? The first one was me buying a flat cap.
Flat cap hat.
I'm not bought it yet, but give me some time.
Yeah. You read some comments while I look up what how our goal is doing.
Sal says rivets are the sound that frogs make. Nice. Oh, and then Mark comes along with a very similar thing. Rivets are the sound that frogs make when doing metalwork. I'm loving it. This is why we've got a message board. Certified tabulations. Nice, says Chris. Donald Trump is the NFC East of politics when the best team is currently 4-7. Okay, I mean, you're talking sports, and as we all know, this is the show when it comes to sports.
We don't do sports. We don't even do rostrums.
No. I mean, we've got a sports section that's got its own jingle.
Sports.
Yep.
Sports. Sports. Sporty sports. Sports, sports, sports.
But we don't really like sport, so.
Well done. I was hoping you'd have that close to hand.
Yeah.
Steve, I've got breaking news for Comic Solving Problems. Our most recent goal, we have achieved our goal.
Oh, round of applause. I used to have fake applause on here, but I took it off.
I mean, to be fair, it was only 37 pounds, our goal. Yeah. So I think I need to try a little harder. And that, Steve, that goal, we're at 105%. So we're over the goal, which means that we're going to just make up a new goal. So don't think that you give us money now. It's only 37 quid. Was to give us hope, Steve.
£37 is all it takes to give us hope.
And we have to split that, and we don't even get all that money because of the fees.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you got a little bit more hope?
I do. I feel like what we should do is end the show, not today, but we should we should film ourselves looking miserable and then have soft piano music with reverb, and a voiceover says, just £37 can give these people hope. Steve hasn't performed comedy in years, even though the lockdown only started this year. And things like that.
Yep. So thank you very much, everyone, for giving us hope. Now, please keep giving us.
Give us more hope.
Give us more hope.
Brit in the comment section, Brit says, thanks for helping us keep sane. I mean, I don't know if we can't even keep ourselves sane. But thank you for the comment. But
NFC East. I mean, that's an American football reference. Donald Trump is NFC, but I don't. Yeah. Can't.
Loving the Michael Burke impression, Steve, says Mark. Oh, my favourite Michael Burke was always 999, the TV show 999. So he's a newsreader, and oddly, technically, the character I do on the MASH report is made up of Hugh Edwards' posture, with the voice being 80% Michael Burke, a whiff of, who was the other? I studied some Alistair Stewart before I went in as well. But I used to love watching. Do you ever watch 999, Eric?
No.
So it was this TV show narrated by Michael Burke, where they would see something goes wrong. It's like the start of Casualty. People would be doing stuff, and then all of a sudden a limb gets chopped off. But it's even worse than Casualty, and at some point the twist is somebody called the emergency services, and it would always be footage of just people minding their own business, and the voiceover would be, "It was an ordinary day with ordinary people, and then things got worse." And they're like, "Oh, as soon as he says that, some shit's going down." And then someone would get wedged under a lorry, and eventually somebody called the emergency services. And God, that was TV.
Yep. I was trying to explain to my children the other day about how most shows used to basically be the same plot over and over again, like Murder, She Wrote. Every day. Do you have Murder, She Wrote here?
Yeah.
Yeah. Every day, this little old lady who wrote novels, someone would knock on her door in her tiny village, and somebody else would be killed. And then she would somehow find out how. And no one ever thought to leave the fucking village. How many people died over the 8 seasons of that show? now stories have arcs and stuff like that, and whatever.
There was a whole week in between. So you'd forget what happened last week. You'd just, I'll watch it again. Nothing else to do.
Every show was Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
In fact, if you go on my SoundCloud, if you're really good at searching on Twitter, you can find the version of the Murder, She Wrote theme tune that I did, which is, I put some lyrics to it. I was doing a thing on radio of putting lyrics to TV themes that don't have lyrics. And I can't remember all of it, but I remember it started out with a really jaunty, "This is a murder she wrote. And she wrote it down, and then she made a novel out of it."
Good times.
Good times. Used to do that for a
You
living.
used to get paid for your work. Right. Anything else in the comment? We need to go.
Sal
here
says,
pretty
how
soon.
do you decide when one season stops and another one begins? We take a holiday. The only reason we reset it to
Yep.
Series 2.
So I guess 2021, is that going to be
Yeah.
Series 3?
I think it is. Post-Christmas. Death in Paradise. How many people have died on that small Caribbean island over the last 10 years? Yep. Cordon it off. I mean, the death rate of that's worse than COVID.
Some places that you just don't want to go. Let's see. Britt says, if you win a house in Midsummer, don't go. Is that the name of the town?
Yeah. Yeah. Do you know Midsummer Murders?
Oh, Midsummer Murders. Yeah. I never heard of it.
I've never been there myself.
I won a house there once.
Utah says UFOs have been seen in Gravesend. Well, they might as well bugger off because it's tier 3.
They can't now. They should stay there.
Nothing to do.
No, but they can't leave.
Yeah.
Spread the COVID.
Pop round here and probe me again. So I think we're as soon as an alien's involved,
Is that going to be the last note of the show? Don't probe me again. That's how we're going to end this one. And don't probe me again.
Remember, don't probe me
We'll
again.
be back on Thursday. Yes. So I think we've solved some problems.
Yeah,
The rostrum thing is going to. I'm going to look one up. I'm going to watch some videos about that. There must be some YouTube videos about the difference between the podium and the rostrum.
Yep. Well, I think
if not,
this is the
let's make
video.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we'll be back on Thursday, but there is a caveat.
Yes.
Sorry to bring even more Latin into it, but there is a caveat about Thursday's show.
We may be starting slightly late because of something else that one of us is doing. So one of us is causing us to be a little bit late starting.
Even though that's definitely Eric, we're not going to say which one it is.
That's not.
Because it's not about finger pointing.
He pointed the wrong way. You're still pointing the wrong direction. We've done this for almost 60 shows, and you can't just point that way.
It's just weird that you're sat there when you're clearly there. How can you be able to?
You just have to remember, because I've got the door behind me, so I always remember to point towards the door, and then I know I'm pointing at you.
I could just move that on the monitor. I'm just going to move the pictures over
arrow
there.
Thing.
Yeah, just move the pictures over there.
Remember.
Yeah, so even though, I'm still, in terms of plugging other stuff, I'm back to covering some Time FM stuff, which is just fun messing around on the radio, and then having to floor it down the M25 to get here for Tuesdays. Thursday, it might be, we don't know whether we're going to start potentially late, or I might just start without, and just have...
We haven't decided.
Yeah, and just...
So...
Because let's be honest, I do spend an awful lot of my time talking to fictional characters that were me recorded earlier. So by the time I've got through all of those sketches... Oh,
you could do that.
Now I'm thinking I could take a screenshot of you. Let's have a picture of you with none of this crap on it. And I could animate your mouth like I did Ian Blackford. And I think we've got a show.
Does that mean I don't have to come anymore?
Yeah, but it'll be me doing your voice, which you'll hate, because I'll take the piss.
Well, you could have me read words into like one of those sort of like a Siri sort of thing. Like I can just be like, pickles, aluminum.
Could you just say, that's hilarious, Steve, and you're absolutely right, Steve?
Don't be a twat.
Okay. I could have edited those right in, but never mind.
Right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. And watching us do some admin at the end there where we decide what we're going to do on Thursday. If you have you subscribed?
Get yourself subscribed to the YouTube channel.
And you can watch all the past shows there. Except you can't watch the Kenny G bit. YouTube has taken that away.
Magic.
Yeah, bastards. I knew Kenny G was a son of a bitch.
Too hot for YouTube. That's what we need to have, little logos that say that. Too hot for YouTube. Why? What did you do?
Censored.
Played
we
Kenny
were
G.
censored. We got to get on that. Got to talk to Constantine about that.
Yep. Right. Thank you for all the messages and all the stuff. Have a good night. We'll see you Thursday for more of the same.
Thursday. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.